Hey, welcome back. Nice to see you again. And let me know if you already received your Galaxy Watch 4 or Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. I am personally really interested in how you like it, how you're getting around the Galaxy Watch 4 hype. Now, there seems to be some sort of confusion when it comes to the LTE version versus non-LTE, basically LTE versus Bluetooth Wi-Fi only. We are in the jungle. The stuff I do for you guys, the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic LTE, we want to see if it holds up to calls, notification and Google Maps. So here we go. And if this is something you are looking for, an appreciation, like and or comment is always welcome from you guys. So LTE seems pretty straightforward, but then it isn't. So let me explain. In short, you can use any application you use on your regular Galaxy Watch 4 in conjunction with your phone connected via Bluetooth on your Galaxy Watch 4 LTE version as a standalone product. No phone required, any phone nearby. You don't need that for the Galaxy Watch 4 LTE. So far, so good. And I will show you how it all works very shortly. This is just for you guys to see when you have no phone connected. You can see the small bars on the top here and it says LTE. Hopefully it's all visible, but that means you have a cell reception and it's working without your phone. You are very welcome. However, there are some important requirements you need to be aware of, especially when you consider buying one. Number one, your Galaxy Watch 4 has an eSIM built in. That means you don't need any tools or your SIM card tray tool. You don't need any of this in order to basically get going. So that's good news. But wait. In order to activate your eSIM in your Galaxy Watch 4, you may need an additional contract, a telecom contract to be precise, just like the one you have on your phone. Now, having said all of this, check your current plan because you may have an eSIM included or you can expand your current plan, basically add this to your current contract. That makes sense. That makes sense to have one contract, and I'll tell you why. Because for the simple reason, you can use your very same cell phone number, meaning the number you have on your phone is exactly the same number you have on your watch. So if you leave your phone somewhere in the house and somebody would be calling you on this number, on your phone number, you would receive it on a Galaxy Watch 4 LTE version. No questions asked. Number two, if you decide to go for the Galaxy Watch 4 LTE version, please make sure you go and contact your cell phone provider to see if you do need a Samsung phone in order to activate the LTE watch. Many of the carriers, the telecom carriers, require a Samsung phone. If you have one, ignore this section. If you don't, please make sure you do, because otherwise it's pretty useless. You can still use it as a Bluetooth or a Wi-Fi version, but that's not what you were going for. So that's number two. Number three is you do need a QR code or activation code in order to get this whole thing going. When you pair your watch with your Galaxy phone or other phone you have, you will see that, and I'm going to show you this right now here, you will see that you need an activation code or a QR code in order to add your mobile plan. You can skip this for now, but you can also do this later. So this is requirement number three. Now all the administration has been done. Why don't we start using the Galaxy Watch 4 LTE and see if it was really worth the trouble we're going through here. My personal use case number one is making calls anywhere without your phone. And I hear you. I can hear you already saying, well, I'll take my phone anywhere with me anyway. And you know what? Argument granted. But let me tell you the story now.
You have reached the Please leave a message and I will get back to you as soon as possible.
I tell you what happened once to somebody I know. Her phone was inside the house. She had a watch on her wrist. She's gone to the garden. She's gone out to the garden doing some garden work. And basically she was kind of so far away that she was disconnected, or her watch was disconnected from her phone. But then something happened outside. She tripped over a garden hose, basically really hit her head hard on the floor. She had a hole in her skull. You know what happened? Guess what happened now? The fall detection kicked in and it simply called the emergency contact. And guess who the emergency contact was? Moi. It was me. So I received the call from that watch that she was basically falling down and she needed help. It is, by the way, it is a true story. But the reason the watch did that is because it was an LTE version. It was disconnected from the phone, but the LTE version can make that emergency call. And that is my number one use case. Since then, I always go for an LTE version. What I'm trying to say, you never know what happens in life, and having that peace of mind mind that your watch can make that call even when you are unconscious is something that $10 a month is basically paying for it. And also remember that your watch is capable of making an emergency call, a 911 call, even if there isn't a connection or a cell phone reception or a cell reception available. So use case number 2 for me is you can do pretty much everything else without your phone nearby. Okay, test number 3. Let's see if we can send a message, reply, SMS. We want something easy, so we'll just do sending. Well, there we go. We got something. Receive notifications, Facebook, Instagram. You will all receive it and you can all reply back to this as possible. But you can also go jogging without your phone and stream music. If you desire to do so, you can stream via Spotify and or download. That's also possible via YouTube Music. We also seen this yesterday. So it is truly a standalone device, which leads me to use case number 3. And that is basically surroundings where you're not allowed a smartphone nearby, or you're not allowed to have a smartphone on the job, for example, in airport security, so you can have your watch around you or on you and it doesn't count as a smartphone. Last but not least is having Google Maps on your watch without your phone. Leave your phone at home, go into the wilderness and start navigating, start enjoying life without your phone. Okay guys, let's do this. Galaxy Watch 4 Classic LTE version in the middle of nowhere. I am going to Google Maps. And it comes up rather quickly. There is no street name because we are literally in the middle of nowhere. But let me see the options. Obviously want to navigate to Munich Airport because that's in there. And then I can drive. I want to walk. Starting navigation. And that was really quick, I have to say. That's super quick. So you have the options here. Obviously it's just like using it on your phone, loading the map. I'm just moving it around. You can see this. It's quite responsive. Don't know, people say it's not, but I can see that being responsive. And that's pretty much it. There we go. It all works. No, seriously, you can do this. You can take your watch, leave your phone. Maybe your phone is broken, whatever. Take it out into the wilderness and you can start navigating around because it uses the cell phone, the cell reception that is basically built into the LTE watch. Remember the eSIM activated, and then you will go out, and it is a standalone device. You can navigate with Google Maps. There's no voice guidance. It's only visuals and vibrations as of today. But this is all possible. Okay, so I am just gone shopping this morning. This is the watch, the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic LTE, no phone connected, and I just started navigation towards Munich Airport. There you go, guys. It's all working fine. One word of caution before you leave your phone at home is make sure your watch, your Galaxy Watch 4, is fully charged before going out into the wilderness or jogging, whatever it is you're doing, because it will use more battery power naturally. And the reason being simply is because it looks for the signal constantly for a cell signal, and that is draining on the battery. And by the way, it's the same for the Apple Watch, so there's no difference here. But just a word of caution, a rule of thumb is basically half of the battery life you get on a normal run with your Galaxy Watch 4 if it is connected or when it is connected to your phone. So make it 24 hours or make it 12 hours then when you have it as a standalone, especially when you have heavy usage like Google Maps. Okay. So I'm happy to report that you can take your Galaxy Watch 4 and Galaxy Watch 4 Classic anywhere you want, LTE version of course, and it's all fine. You can leave your phone at home. You've just seen it. As long as you have, I just got another text, as long as you have cell reception. Here we go. Peace. But having said all of this, I personally would never change. I would always have the LTE version now and moving forward. And there's one more thing you should know. You can also receive, or you will receive, wireless emergency alerts. There is an option available. You can enable that. And you know what? In these crazy times, you never know what's happening. And it's good to have that option available in case you take your watch out into whatever and leave your phone at home. You will be alerted if something is happening, and you can avoid a danger zone or potential danger zone by having this. Just to be clear, this feature is not available on the regular Galaxy Watch 4. Hopefully this was a bit of a guidance for you, and hopefully I could help you again today. Please consider subscribing, liking and commenting on this video. If you have any questions, let me know below. Let's grow our community. It's fun to see you comment. It's fun to have all the conversations ongoing. I miss you. Until next time, thank you for watching. Peace out.